Henle Vocabulary, Lesson 37, Part 2. As we dive deeper into this chapter, we'll come across conjectio, conjecere, conjecki, conjectus. Now with this word, it's time to learn a big fun English word along with it, which is conjecture. Now if we say that something is conjecture, we are basically saying that it is a conclusion that was formed without maybe any evidence to go with it. It's conjecture. So if we say that something is merely conjecture, then we're saying that they're basically throwing ideas out into the wind without much to base it on. And conjecture actually comes from this word, conjectio, which means to throw or hurl. Our next word is recipio, recipere, recepi, receptus. I like to think of the word receipt, which is something that you receive or accept whenever you've purchased something. Next we have cupio, cupere, cupivi, cupitus. Now this word might look familiar because we've had an adjective in the past that we learned, cupidus, which meant eager or desirous, right? Well, this is the verb form. It means desire. Then we have rossus, a simple adverb. I like to think of the word recursor. A recursor is something that comes back again, and rossus means again. Then we have pace, pedis. Think of a bike pedal, perhaps, which is where you put your foot when you're trying to pedal your bike. Now, it's important to note that this definition, foot, can actually be used a couple different ways in your book. It can be used as the actual body part, foot, or it can be used as an actual unit of measurement. And that'll be important for these upcoming words. Like passus, us. You can maybe guess what this word means based on what it looks like. It means pace, which is a unit of measurement that was used based off of the pace definition, which meant foot. Then we have mille. Think of a millennium, which is 1,000 years. Mille is a number, which means 1,000. Then we have millia, millium, which is the plural of the previous word, so you can probably guess what it means. It means thousands. Then we have mille passus. So we're given a definition for this, but really we're just combining two words that we just learned together. So we have mille, which means 1,000, and passus, which means paces, or a pace. So 1,000 paces is another unit of measurement, which means a mile. And so if we have the plural of that, millia passum, then we get thousands of paces, miles. Then we have quam, which means how, interrogative adverb, important to note. Think of a qualm is it kind of gives you an uneasy feeling. It's like a problem. How do you solve that? I don't know. Then we have interficio, interficere, interfeci, interfectus. Think of maybe a really bad infection which could kill. Then we have eripio, eripere, eripui, eruptus. I like to think of ripping away, eripio. Eripio means take away or save from. So it has a very positive feeling to it. And then last word, we have nihil. Think of nil, which means nothing, as in blank slate. Nihil means nothing. Alright, let's see if we can go back and review these words. First we have conjectio, conjecere, conjecki, conjectus. Remember we thought of the word conjecture. See if you can remember what that word means as well. Conjectio means throw or hurl. Then we have recipio, recipere, recepi, receptus, which means receive, accept, or recover. And note, it also tells us that if we use this word with a reflexive pronoun like themselves, then it means withdraw, as in withdraw their troops, that sort of thing. Then we have kupio, kupere, kupiwi, kupatus, which means desire. That's an easy one. Then we have rursus, an adverb, which is nice because that means it never changes form. It's always just rursus. It means again. We have pes pedis, which means foot. Then we have passus, which means pace. We have mille. Remember to think of a millennium. How many years is that? It's 1,000 years. Then we have millia, milium, the plural of the previous word. Thousands. Then we have mille passus, a phrase which means a mile. We have millia passum, the plural, which means miles. And then we have quam, which means how. And interficio, interficere, interfeci, interfectus. A little bit of a nasty word. It means kill. And we have eripio, eripere, eripui, ereptus, which means take away or save from. I really like that word. And then we have nihil, which means nothing. Alright, great job, guys. Work hard on those words. I know this is a long lesson, but work hard and you'll be good for this lesson.